Hey everybody, it's Natacha, aka the Canadian Witch, and I'm pansexual. This month is Pride Month, and I was offered to talk about my story, so here it is. So, as I grew up, I really didn't think I was anything else than straight, because I never had crushes on girls when I was a kid or a young teenager. I was severely bullied, so I didn't have friends, pretty much any, for my whole education. I did have a friend in high school that turned out to be a lesbian. I felt she was, but she had a boyfriend, so I thought maybe she's bisexual. But turns out she's lesbian. And yeah, so I never had crushes growing up until, well, on girls, until I watched Poison Ivy 2 Lily with Elsa Milano, where I had my first girl crush. And it's not just like, oh, Elsa is cute. No, it was really more like a crush. And then I stumbled upon a adult movie about a year later, where there was a transsexual, but in, they call it like a she-male in that industry. So there's breasts, but male parts at the bottom. And in my mind, I thought, oh my god, that's like the best of both worlds. And then later I realized that's not the way that someone who's straight would think. At least I don't think. I didn't do a survey, but I don't think that straight girls would think about that like that. And when I look back in my mind, I used to watch like erotic movies on TV in secret when I was like 14, 15. And I realized that I didn't really care about the guys in the movies. I was always looking at the girls. And weirdly enough, it didn't light on my head say, girl, you're not straight. So it took me so long to come into my own, so I'm like a late bloomer into that. Yeah, I didn't do any coming out to my family, like a official coming out. Instead, I just used Facebook for the past 8-9 years, talking about pansexuality and posting memes on pansexuality, bisexuality. I even posted many times like hearts not parts. Like, I don't know if you can see. I made that t-shirt, and oh boy, okay. Sorry. So yeah, I did that, and I know that in my family pretty much everyone is open-minded, so I never felt that I had to announce it and risk like losing people in my family. So I just didn't care about doing a official coming out to them. And yeah, I've only dated guys and trans. I started adding more options into dating apps in the beginning. Before they started adding pansexual, I added bisexual a couple of years ago. And well, a couple of years ago, maybe like 10 years ago I started using bisexual, but I kept like pushing away the girls because somehow I feel like I wasn't fully ready yet for that. And now I choose pansexual, and or like I say, male, female, non-binaries, and all that. So it's been quite a journey, like to think back from thinking I'm straight to okay, I'm fully pansexual. And with TikTok, oh my god, like in the past year, discovering lesbian TikTok, that's when in my mind I was like, there's no way I'm straight. I am absolutely pansexual. There's no question about it. I think TikTok confused some straight girls, but I'm not straight. And I discovered that I have some types in girls. And funny thing, okay, not all lesbians, bis, and it's not everyone that does it, but the undercuts under the hair is very common with the queers. And I didn't know that, but I had one last year. I asked my best friend to do my head, and then I shaved my head for a good cause. Like, I don't dress super feminine. I do have some feminine clothes, and somewhere I'm not a mask, but I'm not a femme completely. So I'm like in the middle. Clothes are clothes, and unfortunately I can't afford to buy the clothes that I really want. Otherwise my clothing style would be different than what I currently have at my disposal. Yeah, the older I get, honestly, my attraction for a woman has grown a lot. Like, a lot. To the point where I I really want to date a woman now. I wouldn't refuse guys, or but I now it's more and more like I want a woman. Um, yeah, I've came into my own, especially in the past year. I I've discovered things about me, and I had to work a lot on myself in the past year to come over grief that I held on to for pretty much 20 years. And I just started to feel like myself after all this time, and everything is like coming into place now, and I'm gonna be 40 in less than 2 months. So I feel like my 40s is going to be quite an interesting journey, at least I hope. So I'm wishing for maybe a girlfriend in the future. And yeah, so that's pretty much my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. Let's be. Bye.